Yes, people. Once again, Wednesday, and you know what time it is, man. It's the Cape and Don show. Me and my fellow hosts, man like Cape in the building. You saying, Cape, man?
So I was just coughing, man. I'm good right now. Still, I'm good. I'm good. Cup final. Kai Havertz dagger. Opposition fans in terror all over, and yeah, it's feeling good, man. Like it's feeling good. Let's just say that. How about you, bro? How are you feeling today?
Before I say how I'm feeling, how do you think this brother's feeling?
That's how he's feeling right now, fam. How can you cry over the Carabao Cup, man?
You know what? I like this brother, yeah. I do like him, but still, man, seriously,
Crying over the Carabao Cup is insane,
brother. You know when you see things like that,
it's that's just what you can say, man. The guy is crying over the Carabao Cup. Shout out everyone in the chat.
But shout out to everyone in the chat, man. We're gonna get to the chat in a bit, man. Bit of a late start today, but it is what it is. Haven't really had a lot of the shows recently because there's been a lot of football being played, particularly on the Wednesdays as well. And obviously, our show's accustomed to a Wednesday, so it's going to be very difficult to have our show on different days because we don't want to get people out of sync and everything and stuff like that. But quick shout out to people in the building. BBK's here. Big up to him. He had a wicked stream earlier. This guy's just building blocks, man, building foundations right now on his channel, man. I'm just seeing the numbers peaking all the time. He's just doing bits on his channel. And I catch most shows, yeah? Like, if it ain't the show at work, I'll be catching the show at work. Sometimes I only just put in a few comments, sometimes I don't. But if I'm in the gym at night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes he does some random shows as well. It's mad. It's mad because I'm sure when it comes to the end of the year, he's going to be up there in my top 5 people that I watch channels consistently. And his content's just brilliant, man. He's brilliant. Big up to Capers Pauser as well in the building. Make sure you go and slap a like on his channel. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. And people, I'm only one away from 1,400 subs. Yeah, so listen, get your burner accounts out and just sub to the channel. You know what I mean? Shout out to Zia Talks, Assalamualaikum, bro. Big up to Zia Talks as well. Bayern Munich's finest, Saud, in the building. Yeah, he's got a big channel as well. So make sure you go and subscribe if you love your German Bundesliga. What is it, Saudi League and all them kind of things there, Bayern Munich and all that. Make sure you go and sub to him as well. Big up to Footy Chats as well. Big up to you, my brother. Hope you're well. And each and every time, big up to Nems, the biggest op in the building. But big up to you and every time. Make sure you go and subscribe to him as well. He's also a mod on our channels, but he also does his own content as well. So make sure you go and slap a like up on his channel. But listen, people, let's just get into it. Yeah. Arsenal versus Chelsea. We went through last night. I didn't think it was the best of games, but you know, my right hand man, you know, reassured me, you know, this is the tactical approach going into this game, you know, to be patient. You know what I mean? There's times where I was just a bit frustrated because I wanted to see more from the team. But you know what? You were right. The onus was on them to come and attack us. It could have went left, you know, if they had scored, but it didn't really look like they was going to get any goals yesterday, to be honest. Pedro played well, you know, but apart from that, you know, they defended well, but apart from that, Chelsea didn't really have nothing. And although Chelsea are such a successful club, yeah, it's almost like they're in the midst of being little bros to us without us winning anything. And it's crazy because if we was winning loads of things right now, they would be the littlest bros. They would be called the littlest hobos. But it's like, I don't know what's going on with Chelsea. I don't really care what's going on.
That time is coming, bro. That time is coming. To me, they've always and already will always be little bros. Because yes, don't get me wrong, they've won the Champions League twice, and obviously they've had a couple of errors in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But like historically, they're not a bigger club in terms of fan base, in terms of club, in terms of just heritage, and obviously Arsenal have to do a lot more to
Titles.
win these majors, innit? But Arsenal, I feel like this iteration looks like it's going in that direction. And I feel like with Chelsea, I feel like with that their owners and the whole, they don't want to win certain trophies. Apparently, they like obviously medical staff has complete control. Manager has no control of if players can play and all this kind of stuff. They sacrifice certain like apparently this is all true. So if this is the case, then sometimes it's out of managers and players' hands, innit? Which is especially where that club is now, it's finished. I feel like Arsenal
I
just need
wouldn't
to
say
go
they're
on.
finished. I wouldn't say they're
No, I'm
finished.
saying finish in terms of actually trying, like actually winning, because for you to win, you have to commit to want to sustain a squad, have a group of players been playing for a long time, have a manager that stays there for a long time. You can't just be chopping and changing a manager every year and a half, selling it, bringing in a lot of players, selling a lot of players constantly, and thinking that you're gonna really, really be successful. Obviously, Conference League, with all due respect, anyone in the Premier League should be winning the Conference League, whoever gets there, in my opinion. Like if you don't, shame. And obviously the Club World Cup was a very good win for them. Like obviously they beat PSG in the final. I feel like up until the final, they didn't face anyone that you would say is of real bravado. And I just don't rate Chelsea in it. And I feel like yesterday, like manager came out, and obviously, you're playing a defensive, tactical, obviously, which is what I'm saying. That obviously we're looking at it from our perspective. Obviously, we're very eager to want to get to a final, so you want to kill off the game as early as possible so that you know that it's done and you can just either rest or watch the game for what it is. But I think where Chelsea, you've lost your home game. Like you're coming away and you're coming to a tough team. Like you have to take the onus to Arsenal. Like you can't try and make the game a 10-minute game and hope to score one goal and take it to extra time and then say, do you know what, we're gonna battle our chances, because like that you're playing on chances are not in your favor, because Arsenal can literally just say, do you know what, you have the ball outside the box, because I think most of Chelsea's shots yesterday came from long range shots. I can't remember one shot that was in the box. Like
Yeah,
I'm
they didn't
sure
really.
Enzo
Pedro had a
Fernandez
good
had a
shot.
couple, Correa, you had players here and there.
Pedro
Like,
got the closest. Yeah.
it's they didn't really create anything, and it's like end of the day, I don't even care how we win that game, because sorry, we won. And obviously we're through to a final. And obviously in my supporting lifetime, I'm pretty sure in my whole lifetime, Arsenal haven't been to League Cup final. No, we have been in the League Cup final, first Man City, but we haven't won the League Cup, in it. And I feel like our chances are very, very good. Obviously, we'll see who we get to place, obviously, today, in that City Newcastle game. Obviously, more than likely it will be City. But
Yeah. But you never know.
yeah, I'm confident against any of those teams anyway. So I'm just it's nice. And I feel like ultimately we want to win trophies, in it, and get into a final and hopefully get into more finals gives you the greatest chance to win those trophies, right? So the team's been good this year. If I say good as an understatement, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. So in terms of the game, what can you give the chat in terms of your thoughts on the game itself? Because I thought it was just one of them really tactical games. Both teams, Rosinha obviously set out to be defensive mainly in the first half, not throw it the kitchen sink, and then second half obviously he tried it now because he knew that he had to go for it, but ultimately he paid the price in the end. Just quickly before you give your thoughts, I'm hearing like people saying, "Oh well, he should have went for it in the first half." Yeah, but surely if he went for it in the first half and they opened up against us, surely that's probably a problem as well. And that's where I suppose teams have issues or have problems with us, because they play one way, then we can play another way. Yeah. And you know what I mean? If we play one way, it's just crazy how we've got this dynamics to our team now. Obviously, there's a few teams that we struggled against this season, but I'm talking about in terms of Premier League. Obviously, the Man Cities, the Liverpools, but the Chelseas, I don't know whether it's a management thing. I don't know whether it was the players. Just give us a bit of insight into your thoughts.
Obviously, I'll say it just to get out of the way. From an entertainment standpoint, that was a non-entertaining, especially that first half, a non-entertaining game, innit? So let's just put it out there so people don't come. It was definitely a tactical game. I think Liam Rosini's mistake was him making it a tactical game because it's a semi-final. Yeah, like now that the way that they lost now, their fans are going to be way more angry with this loss than if they went all guns blazing and then maybe Arsenal won, 3-1, but they had a lot of chances and they went for the game, or at some point they were up. Do you know what I mean? Because it changes how you felt during the game. Like if that was Mikel Arteta setting us up when we're 3-2 down away from home and trying to play for the last 10 minutes and leaving, I don't know, Saka and Eze and whoever, all our best attacking players on the bench basically, and playing Gokeres right wing, like man will call for his head. Do you know what I'm saying? So like that's how I'm just like looking at it, where I'm like, obviously I understand beating Arsenal is difficult, and as you said, and like, which is why I'm saying us as Arsenal fans need to take a lot of patience, like a lot of praise and credit to the fact that yes, from an entertainment standpoint, and obviously we all grew up on Wenger ball, innit? Well, I grew up on Wenger ball. Obviously, you've supported Arsenal before Wenger, but that's the way I see football: one touch, pass and move, break the lines, and play football, innit? Obviously, it's not always you're not always able to play like that all the time, but you can have iterations of wanting to play the ball fast and quick. Obviously, I feel like we saw a lot of that from Mikel Arteta's team in 22-23. Like, but at the same time, we kind of lost the league on that because we didn't have to control games when we was up, because of the fact that we were just always playing so fast and playing so vertical and open and expansive. And which is why I'm very balanced when I look at this team now, because I'm like, whatever type of team we play, and whatever type of game a team wants to play against us, whether it's low block, whether it's high press, whether it's whatever, we have the tools and we have the tactical understanding and we have the know-how, the type of game to do it. Even if it's a game where man are getting yellows or the ref is blowing the whistle in a certain way, pause, or making calls in a certain way, I should say. And like, we adapt. And I think there's a lot of pride that we have to take to that, because it's going to show a lot, probably, and maybe us as Arsenal fans as a whole will credit it that a lot more in this Champions League campaign if we are able to get even to a semi-final again, because we will go probably through a couple of harder teams, and I think the way we will be able to adapt to either the way they play or the way we're able to make the game into the way we want to make the game is going to be so interesting. So it was one of those, and I think we probably feel a bit different if Havertz doesn't get that goal at the end, because obviously the goal at the end makes obviously one the win of the night, but it also adds that like icing on the cake, because it was that moment, and the goal was a moment of quality as well, probably Arsenal's best moment of quality. Obviously, pass from Trossard, lovely pass from Rice, lovely finish from Havertz, and obviously Havertz getting the goal, Havertz doing the celebration the way he did. It's like, it just makes it nice. And ultimately, as I said, if we win the Carabao Cup on March 22nd, we're not going to remember how that second leg went, because at the end of the day, we done the business. Like, and I feel like maybe in other seasons, or maybe next season, we might judge the team on how we win and the style of play that we play, because now we are champions and it's not that eagerness to get that first one over the line, or maybe we win more than one trophy this season, hopefully. But I think this season, we're an efficient and professional team. Like, we're the best team to me in Europe, but we're very efficient and professional. Like, the way that we play, the way that we execute all our actions, the way that we defend, our mindsets and everything. And I feel like it's purposely done like that because we just need to get over the line. And I think especially where, like, what is it, 14 games in the Premier left? Something like that? 14, 13? Do you know what I mean? Like, this season nearing the end.
Yeah, something like that. 30, yeah, 14.
Next Carabao Cup game's a final. Next FA Cup game, 5th round. But yeah, I think after that it's quarterfinal. Next Champions League is round of 16. Do you know what I mean? Premier League, every game now, you're getting close to that under 10 games mark. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's getting closer. So, like, I'm just very excited. And I hope that the team, and it seems, and obviously I see opposition fans trying to like cuss the fact that obviously the way we were celebrating the goal and just celebrating the win with our fans and everything.
Always.
And obviously, as you say, always, isn't it? And I feel like people have to always remember, like, I listen. I'm so much a person that I like to take people's words verbatim, innit? So when I'm watching these players' interviews, when they're doing these little one-off interviews in between a game week, and they're talking about like it's not just the Premier League. They're like, oh, yeah, it's not just the Premier League. We want to try and win all 4 comps. We want to win every single game. It's one of those situations where we're trying. I'm not saying that means we're going to win all of those things, but it's just one of those situations where I like the way that their mentality is, because they didn't just see it as, oh, okay, Carabao Cup. Like the same way Fafana was on the opposite end where he was crying, is the same way we was at the opposite end in terms of the ecstasy and happiness. And I think I like that, because if you approach to winning silverwares like that, then you have the right mind frame, essentially.
Yeah, I hear it. So we're in a good position right now, yeah. I don't want to go too. Me personally, I don't want to go too overboard. I do say that I still think we'll win the league, though. Even though Man City are close to us, I do think we'll win the league. But let's concentrate on the Carabao Cup for now. So obviously we're booked to go to the final, Wembley. Man City. It's gonna be a difficult game. It's not gonna be an easy game. How do we overcome Man City in the final? Because a lot of people are probably writing us off. Even our own fans are probably writing us off. This Man City. Man City got clutch players and stuff like that in the final and all that kind of stuff. They've been to more finals and won more things more recent than us. How do we overcome this final? And that's the first question. And the second question is, and I'm going to give my answer to this, to the second question already, yeah, because I don't believe that losing, if we were to lose in the Carabao Cup, I don't believe that it's going to derail our season. But that's just me. But that was going to be my second question. If we lose in the Carabao Cup, is that going to affect our season massively against City?
Obviously, to answer your first question, obviously you talk about if we have, how do we overcome City? I think we've overcome City already. I think that first moment that we overcame City was that Community Shield. I think before the 23-24 season, when we got that draw from Trossard, and then we beat them on penalties, and then we went on to beat them in the league when Martin had deflected goal. I think that was the moment where we overcame City. Since then, they haven't beat us. I think they drew. We beat them 1-0 at Emirates. They drew. I think we drew 0-0 at Etihad. Then we drew 2-2 at Etihad last season. We beat them 5-1. We then drew it. Like, Man City haven't beat Arsenal in a couple of years, and I don't think Arsenal look at Man City with any type of fear, and not that they should anyways. And I don't think Arsenal look at any team with any type of fear. I think that the mental block over that team was gone. We have to bear in mind as well, when Man City came to the Emirates, they did play a 2 banks of 5, and
they respected us, didn't they? They came with respect for us.
So, and this is at the beginning of the season. This is not even like, okay, where there's points to lose or anything. Do you know what I mean? So you have to always, there's context of where this is. And my third thing, obviously, we know what Arsenal do at Wembley. Very, very good record. When it was very, very good record when we get to finals at Wembley. Obviously, in the last 3 finals or 4 finals, if I'm correct, we've won. So I trust Arsenal in the final. I don't know what it is. Like, it's weird. I think that's why even that Champions League final burnt, because I feel like we played very well for all that time. The game was lost and obviously the record. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just let us get to the final. So I'm very confident there. And the second point, if we was to lose, I don't think it would derail. It would be sad for sure, but it can also happen. That's not like it's a given that you're gonna win, but I don't think it would derail. I think it will boost the players either way, because it will make them fired up even more because of the fact that they did lose. The same way that if they was to win, it will make them fired up even more to want to win more, because it's the same thing. Because it would be different if that was the only chance for us to win a trophy. But the fact that we're kind of we're in pole position for the Prem, we're very in a decent position, champs, and obviously FA Cup is obviously the luck of the draw, but we got a good draw next round, so we should expect to kind of go through. Hey man, that's what it is.
Yeah, man. BBK is even like talk your shit, KP. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of like, we move on now because Carabao Cup Final, we're there now.
But it's still some time away.
It's time away, so we've got time to think and all them kind of things there. Yeah. In terms of this week, Sunderland on Saturday. What's your thoughts on this game on Saturday?
Hey,
3 p.m. kickoff under the lights.
Obviously confident in it. I think, I don't know. Remember, I think I did mention this after the United game, maybe in the chat, but I probably did on stream when we talked. I said the next 3 games after this is important because of what it does. I think I said, I kind of prophesied. I said we have the Kairat game, we have the Leeds game, and then we have the Chelsea game. And I said, obviously, it burns right now that we lost against Man United because obviously we've had 3 bad results, and obviously there was all the questions, and obviously everything was going on, and I guess rightfully so in the moment. But obviously, as it kind of the days afterwards, I was like, I think it's a bit forced, isn't it? And I said, you know what, narratives will change very quickly if Arsenal just get 3 wins. You get 8 out of 8 in the Champions League, you go perfect. You have that record of the first one being in this format. Obviously, the record of obviously the goals scored, goals conceded. Premier League get back to winning ways, and obviously we've done it in an emphatic way. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just because I would have taken a 1-0 grab against Leeds and said, you know what, that's calm because a win is a win. But we went there and smoked. Ellen Road is not no one does that. So there you go, innit? And obviously followed with the results that followed the next day, and then you go and beat Chelsea and go to the final. We will feel great right now. Opposition fans are burning right now, and no one's talking about that United game. Maybe United fans are still, because obviously you know them. That was a trophy for them. But for us, like
quiet group chat, quiet, bro, silent now.
For us, we got this now, and as you said, the Sunderland game comes now, and I think obviously yes, that was a game that burned me when we dropped those points. Obviously, the 2 points last minute with that goal, and I think we played well in the second half. It was a tough game. I anticipate us dominating them and playing well, and I see the team in the midst of obviously getting the good win and going on a little run now, continuing that run and you know, scoring some goals and performing well and exciting. I think, as you said, like I think the game's kind of slowed down a bit because obviously we don't have any Champions League game because we're not in the playoffs, and obviously Carabao Cup is not for another 6 weeks, so we kind of have 1 game weeks now.
Okay, so it's slowing down now, so we get a little bit of energy back.
Do you know what I mean? Energy. Some players get some rest, and obviously it's only the Premier League, I guess, that's a focus because obviously you've got to be counting down. I know there'll be a Wigan game in between that, so win this game. I know Granit Xhaka is injured, so he's not going to be available for this one. So I guess that's good, very good, because we know how to me he's an amazing player, and it's just in a situation now where the main thing I want to see is Mikel picking the squad based on the best profiles to attack the weaknesses of the opposition. So as long as obviously considering fitness. So if this weekend you go with a Tim out, I would go with a Ben White and Calafiori as the fullbacks, for example, instead of going Timber and Hincapié, just because I feel like Ben White will give us a bit more attacking, and so will Calafiori. And I think obviously I would go with Eze in the 10 instead of Odegaard.
Hold on. Hold your horses, brother. Hold your horses, man. You know how we do things on
AFC. Why are you always on Odegaard, fam?
Huh?
AFC always hates Odegaard.
Yeah, you know what, brother? I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel. Anyway, I'm not. Anyway, let me not get into the Odegaard thing right now. Let me just let's get a little thing here. So, what's going on here?
Shout out everyone in the chat though.
Yeah, shout out the peeps, man. Shout out the man them. Shout out to everyone. Make sure you're smashing the lights, people. Yeah. So, in terms of lineup, yeah, on Saturday. So before we do our lineup, yeah, I wanna talk about Sunderland, because Sunderland, they've got some good players, man. That Brian Robbie, is it Brian Robbie, or whatever his name is? I think
Robbie,
he's a
yeah.
good player, man. And he's a good finisher as well. They've got that Ballard, is it Ballard's kid? Decent centre back as well. There's another guy as well that's quite good for them as well. What's his name? Can't think of the names as well. But where do you see them causing any issues for us on Saturday? Because it's easy for us to be in celebration mode, yeah, and to drop off. Because I don't know, in the previous game where we lost to Man United, you know, Man United, and when you think about the way Man United played, yeah, I think Sunderland kind of played like that at their ground, because they put it on us. They weren't doing the low block thing. They was like, listen, we're going to come out. You know what I'm saying? It's only in the second half that they kind of like, let's sit back a bit. So obviously they haven't got the same quality of players. But do you see a potential in terms of us slipping up banana skin, or do you think this is just a straight dubs?
Dubs. With all due respect to Sunderland, who I really like, and obviously they're 8th right now, and it's amazing for them. Obviously, big old school Barclays Premier League team. Obviously, if you're part of the Barclays Premier League days, obviously you know about Sunderland. But obviously, shout out Jordash. Obviously, hope you're doing good as well.
Hey, you got his name right as well, Jordash. South Africa's finest, man. Make sure you go and check out his channel as well. Yeah.
I think obviously Sunderland are a good team, and obviously you mentioned Bobby. Obviously he's an okay player. I don't rate him massively, but obviously I know he's in some good form. But I think two things, and Sunderland are amazing at home, innit? But they're very medium away. Obviously they lost to West Ham, and they lost to if I'm correct, they lost to West Ham and Brentford and conceded 3 goals each. Like as head to there just said as well, like their away form is literally contrasting. When they're at home, they're very formidable team to beat in it, the way that they play. Obviously, and as you said, they put it on us in that game, especially in the first half, being physical. I'm not saying that they can't do that at the Emirates, but it's different when you're the away team and you're playing at the Emirates, and the team where it's different where you're playing Arsenal now later on in the season, where obviously, as you said, they're missing Granit Xhaka is different. Arsenal have more confidence. Arsenal in a bit of momentum now. And yes, we lost our last home Premier League game against Man United, but Man United are a different player, different team. Who Cunha and Mbumo, Bruno Fernandes, Ahmed are a higher quality level of attacking player individually than obviously the likes that Sunderland can field, and let alone Dorgu, who scored, and then probably the best goal of his life. So I don't see any of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see any of that happening in it. I think Arsenal are locked in now, especially the Premier League, where that's the bread and butter for the season. You've part the Carabao, you've done your job in the Carabao Cup. You can't control anything until the final. You can't control you're going to face. You can kind of part that away in your mind for 6 weeks or so, and until when the week before the final. Cool. Premier League is the focus now, because Champions League you don't play for a little minute. Let's get some momentum. You know what I'm saying? We've got 1 win now. Let's get go on a couple of. I think BBK said go on a winning one. Starts on Saturday, man. Sunderland are not the same team at home. I expect us to score a lot of goals this Saturday, personally.
Well, this is encouraging for us. If you look at their stat here, they've only won 2 away on the road. They've drawn 4, and they've lost 6 on the road as well. So their away record isn't that great. So we should really be dispatching of them on Saturday. Might take a little bit of time. Yeah,
I expect us to still. Yeah. Might take it might take tried and tested set piece or own goal or something, maybe. But because I know they're gonna come and play a nasty low block 5-4-1. Sit compact, and they have some big boys in there. But I think Arsenal are in a different moment than where they were at that point in the season, even though we was obviously on some great form before we bucked Sunderland. But I think also we've figured how to play against them, especially that if you go back and watch that second half against Sunderland, I think that was some of the best football we played this season, in my opinion.
Yeah. Eze was on smoke.
Balling. So yeah, let's build this lineup though. Obviously, we
kind of know. Yeah, because we've got to get out of here soon. So Rare in goal, obviously. Yeah. Team.
Make sure we're smashing the like button, guys.
Yeah. Keep smashing the likes, people. Hold on, what have I done? Not national team, England. Where's Arsenal, man? Arsenal, yeah. Arsenal. Green shirt. Actually, okay, yellow shirt. So David Rare, yeah, Rare in goal, yeah. So Rare in goal, okay. Yeah. Right back, well, we know it's Timber, innit? Is any players injured that you know of?
Obviously, you know, Saka is not going to be back until the Spurs game, I think, which is in a couple of weeks. And the Odegaard is
questionable. Are you sure about that?
Because that's what the report came out still, and I trusted the source that they're aiming for the Spurs game, and I think that's like in 3 game weeks. So, and I think, as I said, then I would play White in this game. I was not saying I would play White.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I feel like now that the Carabao Cup is out of the way, I think I want to see Mikel rotate this team based on what's the best profiles to try and attack that opponent, rather than just playing, you know, the team that's kind of been playing, like, because that's how we're gonna kind of win this league. One, in terms of the most enjoyable way, because you have the best profiles to manipulate a team, and 2, it keeps everyone fresh and going, because obviously it's not just a first 11 type thing. It's we're gonna play this player. Obviously, form and injuries are also considered, isn't it? So obviously, Madueke probably gets to start a lot of games moving forward.
Yeah. But let's build this back line first. Yeah,
I think I'll go White, and obviously I'll go Saliba. Or you go in Gabby?
Let me change. No, sorry. Let me change.
Obviously, Saliba, Gabriel, and
hold on a sec. What have I done? Where's this? Oh, here it is.
I'll go Calafiori.
Where is the screen gone? Hold on a sec, sorry.
Jordash has gone with White, Mascara, Saliba, Skelly. Can't lie, I got a different idea for Skelly this game.
Oh, here it is. So Saliba. So you're still keeping the main. What's going on? The main guys at the back, yeah.
Yeah. Saliba, Gabriel.
So these men are not getting no rest.
What did they play yesterday?
They played a 90, innit? On
Yeah. But Tuesday, Saturday. I don't mind if you play. I could play, but I don't need it to, because I feel like now that the games are slowing
down. This is like a cup final as well, as far as I'm concerned. But after
we're only starting the momentum in the Premier League now that we lost, and 2, I think after this week we don't have a game for a week, so it's gonna be another week's rest. Like they're gonna play Tuesday, Saturday. That's what, 4 days. They're gonna have enough rest, man. But and I'll go Calafiori left back still. Obviously, I think Nkapia was wicked.
Isn't he injured though?
No. He was just on the bench. Just didn't get used.
Okay.
Remember, he played against Kyrat.
Was it?
No, it's not Sunday. AFC was Saturday.
MLS.
No, I'll go Calafiori.
Oh, Cali. I thought he was injured.
No.
Actually, no. The way he ran onto that pitch, innit?
He played against Carrot the 45 minutes. Then he came on against Leeds. He just didn't play yesterday.
Oh, okay. So Calafiori. So that's a strong. And your rest Timber, yeah.
Yes, rest, rotate, however you want to look at it.
Okay. Shout Mark in the building, no rest for the wicked. Why do they need to rest when Arsenal need trophies? Arsenal play Sunderland on Sunday. I thought it was on Saturday.
Saturday still. I think
it's Saturday, bro. I'm looking at it now. Look.
Yeah, Saturday, man.
Saturday.
3 p.m.
3 p.m. kickoff.
Yes, you're always giving false information.
Hold on, let me go share the screen again, man. Okay. We thought it was Sunday. Okay, so the midfield. Rice was hobbling a little bit, you know. I don't know if he picked up a little something.
So this is what my consideration is going to be. Even though would go with a midfield three of Zubamendi, Lewis Skelly, and Eze.
You know that's not going to happen, though, man.
It might not happen, and he probably, if he was going to change something, he would probably go with Norgard, Zubamendi, and Eze if Rice has to be rested. But
let's do the realistic thing. Let's not just go.
The realistic thing is Rice, Zubamendi, and Eze, innit? Because I know that Rice is going to be fit. Guy will end up playing.
Eze,
yeah.
I would even probably even put in Norgard, man. You know, for Zubamendi, but nah. Zubamendi's in a good thing at the moment, isn't it? So okay. And front three?
Obviously Madueke on the right.
Yeah.
Havertz,
Jesus or Havertz, yeah? Havertz can play. See, Havertz can play here as well.
No, I know. If Rice is injured, I don't mind going Zubamendi, Havertz, Eze, by the way.
Because the thing is, yeah, the funny thing is, yeah,
because I know Sunderland are going to play a
little as well. He scored on Saturday.
Yeah, he came as a striker, and he was good at. He was better than what Gokra is.
How long did he play for the whole second half?
No. It's like maybe 15 minutes, something like that.
So do you think he starts on Saturday then?
I think Jesus I can start Jesus actually. Do you know what? Because Jesus didn't get any minutes.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Jesus didn't get any minutes. He did come on against Leeds and score as well. And I feel like this will be
Jesus,
suited for Jesus. Or like what Jordash said, like maybe you might see Jesus used off the right to give Noni some rest, but I think I'll go with Jesus
and Martinelli or
Trossard.
Still a strong team, you know. When you look at that team, innit?
If there's any change I could make, if Rice has to come out, I would go with Havertz or Lewis Skelly. Probably we'll go with Havertz just to go a bit more attacking.
Do you think he plays Odegaard though on Saturday?
If Odegaard is fit, but he wasn't in the squad, innit? So I'm just going based off if he is got a little knock. I don't expect him to just come back into the starting lineup if he has a knock.
Tony getting blamed. Tony Claude said it on the stream earlier. Hey, shout to Mark, man. Go and subscribe to Mark, my boy, man. Man United op. But he's a good brother, man. He's a good guy. I think I got his channel. Listen, people, we share channels on here, bro. We ain't tight. Ain't just about us, you know what I'm saying, yeah? So there's his channel. Make sure you go and subscribe to Mark MUFC. One of the funniest brothers I know, man. A funny dude. And listen, you can't have a conversation with this guy on the phone, yeah, without him talking about his team, bro. You know what I mean? I might call him up and just say, yeah, what are you saying, man? How's the food and that? And we'll just go into like 10 hours of talking about his team. But you know what? It's interesting, do you know what I mean? Like his takes on his team as well, do you know what I mean? Because a lot of things that he says, he's called from time. You know what I'm saying? He knows his team as well. So I've got to respect it every single time, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I have to catch up soon, my brother.
Shout out Mark, man.
John, yeah, shout out Mark, man. Yeah, make sure you man go and subscribe to Mark as well. Jesus, right wing, Gyökeres, Martinelli. Brother, it doesn't matter, innit? It doesn't matter who we play.
Yeah, that's ultimately I say this because it doesn't really matter. I just hope that Mikel, like, I look at this team and I think obviously Sunderland are gonna play majority low block in this game, innit? So
you think so? Yeah.
In their game, they played majority low block. Anyways, even in the first half, they were physical, going very, very long. They had the type of profiles that were able to match and sometimes even outdo some of Arsenal's profiles, which was the first time I've seen that because most time Arsenal were very dominant against majority of teams in the air and in physical duels. So credit to them. They still probably have that. I'm not saying they don't have that, but it's different when you're at home and you have your crowd and, you know, they did the whole making the pitch smaller with the banisters and around, all that nonsense. It's different way of playing at Arsenal Emirates now where we're going to have the onus and we're in some form now, 3 games in a row, all comps, obviously into a final. And as I said, I want Mikel to just play a team based on what's the best profiles, and I'm like a low block, so you have Trossard's ball retention, you know, creativity out that left. Obviously, I know Martinelli for me was one of the best players yesterday, but obviously I'm bringing him in. I think Jesus is a better low block striker because of the fact that he can operate in tight spaces. I think.
But will he keep them pins back? So is that based on Arsenal having majority of the
yeah, because we'll have the majority of the ball, and I think we'll have the majority of the territory, and
so
I think
just breaking them down.
Yeah, and I think having Jesus in that middle, obviously, I like Havertz, but even a bit different is allows you to play central. And I think Jesus and Eze is a two-man step that I think will work very well because they're very similar type of players in terms of that street ball type of jinky type of play, one touch, pass and move. And I think that's something that can work in it. So I want to see that in this type of game because it's going to be hard for Arsenal to just, even though I think Noni and Trossard and set pieces will be a very good weapon for us. I think it'll be hard for us to just cross the ball. They got, as you said, Ballard and Mukiele and all these type of players. I think their keeper's very good as well. So we're gonna have to be a bit more inventive than just swinging crosses. Even though I think we should still also cross, but I think we've got to be a bit more inventive than that. And I think obviously White and Calafiori allow you to have the quality type of fullbacks in terms of their final ball. Calafiori, he's a crackhead in the way that he's a mad attacker, and I think Ben White has a very, very good quality pass and cross. So I think no, because remember that when he scored that goal against Man City last season, I said this guy is mad. That goal was insane, but yeah,
crazy techers on that. Yeah. So listen, I'm gonna play Gyökeres anyway. So, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. But anyway, people, yeah, we're gonna end the stream now. Usually it's about an hour, but people got things to do and all them things there. Thank you all for
let's answer AFC always last question.
Yeah, do you think Kepa keeps his place for the final? For me, started Raya 33 years without winning the League Cup. Do you know what? You know what? Yeah, I think Kepa deserves to start. It's like he's been there in it throughout the Carling Cup rounds. I just think it'd be fair in it. I mean, for him to start. Yeah, I know you want this debate, go with your best team, your best goalkeeper, but I don't know. What do you think? What's your thoughts? Does he keep his place or?
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Like obviously, fam, if I want to be savage and I want to play Raya, and you can play Raya, and if he does play Raya, I'm not gonna be like,
I'm not gonna be.
I'm not gonna be like, Kepa, man. But I feel like just for the sentiment, I know someone like Mikel probably will play Kepa just because it's the same reason that tonight you would have thought. So yesterday, does he play Raya again? But he played Kepa, and feel like you go with him. Like he's played every game so far.
People forget that Kepa was the most expensive goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah. Kepa's won this trophy. He's won trophies before. It's not like he's some bum in it. So,
but listen, people, yeah. I'm gonna redirect you to Gianni's stream. I think he's got a stream with BBK at 8. So I'm just gonna redirect you. It starts at 8, so I know there's plenty of time, but just to make sure that you guys have got the link to that. That should be a wicked show. I think it's who you would pay to watch. I'm hoping I get on that show. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to speech Gianni to get on that show to give my starting 11. Maybe you'll be there, Kate, at some point in it. To who would you pay for your starting 11? So
I give the bad boy 11 though.
Yeah,
the best.
Not the FIFA 11, the bad boy 11. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. People, make sure you slap the likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channels. One away for 1.4K. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. What about you?
That subscribe button. 5 away from 1.14.
So make sure you go and subscribe. Hey, you're on Never a Foul later.
Not today. But probably we'll see what we do on the weekends.
Hey, my man's famous, like hands on the catch up, Never a Foul. I don't know who he's gonna watch. Who he's on next? You know what I'm saying? This guy
that's all you, man. That's all you, man. I'm just trying to talk the Asna. That's what I'm gonna do.
Anyway, people, yeah. Listen, we're gonna leave it there. Yeah. Big up to all in the chat, and listen, we will be back hopefully Saturday. If not, then hopefully next Wednesday. But listen, people, we're out. Peace and blessings. Love. Yeah. Have a great evening. Peace.